Hello, check. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello. Hello, check. Hello. இவ்வளோ சவுண்டு வரணும். அந்த மீட்டிங் ஐடி கொடுமா. CQJ XSHM TRM. ஹலோ, இப்போ எப்படிப்பா இருக்கு? ஹலோ லோஹிதாக்ஷ். ஓகேப்பா, ஃபைன்.
Okay, let us not hang on. Let us start at the earliest. Okay, starting now. Partnership is the relationship. Okay, we already know it is a relationship. Yarko between all the people. And for what purpose? For sharing the profits. And profits of what? Profits of a business. Now, they are planning to carry out a business only for profit. Able to understand clear? அப்போ தொடர்ந்து ஒரு பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் லாஸ் ஆச்சுன்னா law itself says you have to close down the partnership business. So partnership firm is always only for carrying out a business to earn profits. Profit இல்லாத பட்சத்தில் law itself says that you should close down the business. எத்தனை வருஷத்துக்கு அப்புறம்? We will study in the last unit of this particular chapter. சரியா? So which means effectively நான் ஏன் இதை சொல்றேன் அப்படின்னா in a 2-mark question they can ask you. Okay, if the business is carried not for profit, அதாவது நான் ஒரு பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்ம் ஆரம்பிச்சு ஒரு ட்ரஸ்ட் ஒரு என்ன சொல்றது ஒரு ஃப்ரீயா எல்லாருக்கும் வந்து ஒரு எஜுகேஷன் கொடுக்குறேன் அப்படின்னா now this is a non-profit activity, கரெக்டா? அப்போ ஒரு non-profit activityக்காக நான் பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்ம் பண்ண முடியுமா அப்படின்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா no, because from the very definition we can understand that it is only for profits and it should be from a business activity. Able to understand? Sir, அப்போ இருக்கிற ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ஸ் இருக்கிற எஜுகேஷன் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ் அதெல்லாம் வந்து நான் ப்ராஃபிட் கிடையாது, எல்லாமே ப்ராஃபிட் தான். they are private business only. Okay, today's date la even though name sake la அது நான் ப்ராஃபிட்னு மற்றவங்க சொல்லிக்கிட்டாலும் இட் இஸ் ஃபார் ப்ராஃபிட் ஓன்லி. எது ஆக்சுவல் நான் ப்ராஃபிட்டாக நடக்கும் அப்படின்னா இந்த கவர்மெண்ட் ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ஸு அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து ட்ரஸ்ட் மூலியமா ரன் பண்ணுற ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ஸ், இஎஸ்ஐ ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ஸு இதெல்லாம் தான் நான் ப்ராஃபிட். மற்றபடி ஜென்ரலாக நம்ம பார்க்குறோம் இல்லையா, காவேரி ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ஸு, அப்போலோ ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ஸு, அப்புறம் ஸோ அண்ட் ஸோ all of these are run for profit. Okay, and such a business should be carried on by all the partners or any one of the partners who is acting for all. Now what do you mean by acting for all? one person representing all the other partners. அப்போ 5 பார்ட்னர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா ஒவ்வொரு சின்ன சின்ன ஆக்டிவிட்டிக்கும் 5 பேரையும் வா வா வான்னு கூப்பிட்டுக்கிட்டே இருக்க முடியாது, கரெக்டா? ஸோ ஒன் பர்சன் வில் பி given பவர், which means that one person is acting on behalf of all the rest of the people. Okay, you start reading. Partnership is the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. Persons who have entered into partnership with one another are individually called as partners and collectively called as a firm. Now, say for example, in a classroom, one single student is called as a pupil, correct? Okay, now together it is called as students, or together they are called as classroom, or together they are called as standard 10 or standard 11, whatever it is, isn't it? Likewise, if an individual partner is sitting, he is referred to as what? Partner. And all 5-6 partners together, all the 5 partners together will be together called as what? Firm. Understood? Clear? So individually called as partners and collectively called as firm. Now, the name under which this business is carried on is called as the firm name. What is the partnership firm's name? Firm name. Okay, firm name is referred to as what? Partnership entity, partnership business or a name is called as firm name. Understood? So, elements of partnership, let us continue with the elements of partnership. First of all, partnership is always a minimum of 2 or more. Okay, I cannot make a partnership with my own self. Appo minimum ethana per irukno? 2 or more people should be there. Minimum will be number 2. Okay, now what is the maximum limit? What is the maximum limit? Maximum limit as per Companies Act. Okay, Companies Act, it has put how much? 50 partners in any partnership or association or partnership firm. Okay, and as per Partnership Act pragaram, there is no such limit at all. அதை பற்றி எதுவுமே கொடுக்கல. பட் why we are taking reference from Companies Act 2013 அப்படின்னா, since Partnership Act is silent, then whereas partner பற்றி நான் லால பேசியிருக்காங்கன்னா Companies Actல partner பற்றி ஒன்று பேசியிருக்காங்க. So let us go there and take the limit for partners. Number of partners in a partnership firm is maximum of 50. Able to understand? Shall we start reading? Yes, partnership is an association of 2 or more persons. Only person recognized by law can enter into an agreement of partnership. Therefore, a firm, since it is not a person recognized in the eyes of law, cannot be a partner. Wait பண்ணுங்க, இந்த இடத்துல a firm is not a person in the eyes of law அப்படின்னா what they are trying to say is, ஒரு partnership formல, see, this is the partnership form. Inside this, partner 1 is an individual. Okay, partner 2 is a, say, company. Okay, partner 3 is a firm. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்னா, partner 3 itself is a partnership firm. Say, இது AB and Co வைக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா, இது say for example KP and Co. KP and Co is a partnership firm. Can a partnership firm itself become a partner inside a partnership? No. Law says this firm itself cannot be recognized as a person. It is only a collection of person. Correct? It is not given a single identity. அப்போ ஒரு partnership firm உள்ள பார்ட்னரா வர முடியுமான்னு கேட்டிங்க அப்படின்னா, sir, it is not possible. Who says this? Law says. Firm, since it is not a person recognized in the eyes of law, cannot become a partner. A minor cannot become a partner in a firm, but with the consent of all partners, he is admitted for the benefits of the partnership firm. Sir, why a minor cannot become a partner? இது நம்ம already minor laws relating to minorல பார்த்தோம், ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? Indian Contract Actல laws relating to minorனு ஒரு small area பார்த்தோம். அந்த small areaல இந்த particular line வந்து we have already come across. Reason is, ultimately partnership agreement is an agreement, contract between people, correct? Now, if you want to bring a minor inside, minor க்கு எந்த liability கிடையாது இல்லையா? அப்படி இருக்கும் பட்சத்தில் அவனை நம்பி யாரையாவது வெளியிருந்து யாராவது வந்து அந்த பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்மில் பிஸ்னஸ் பண்ணாங்க அப்படின்னா அல்டிமேட்லி மைனர் cannot be caught hold. Okay, that is the only reason we say that minor cannot enter into a partnership contract. But he can admit it for the benefits of the partnership. Now, what do we mean by admitted for benefits of partnership? What is the benefit in a partnership firm? Obviously, profits could be a benefit in the partnership firm. Now, this minor can be admitted for enjoying only the profits of the firm. Why will someone keep only paying the profits for that minor? Maybe and the minor அப்பா பார்ட்னரா இருந்திருக்கலாம், அவர் இறந்து போயிருக்கலாம், இல்ல அந்த மைனரோட அப்பா நிறைய ஆல்ரெடி இந்த பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்முக்காக ஆல்ரெடி நிறைய உழைச்சி ரிட்டையர் ஆயிருக்கலாம். Okay, something or the other has happened where we cannot leave that family just like that. I want to keep giving some benefits to the minor. Able to understand? Next one, it is always an agreement where the partnership firm starts from. Okay, agreement is very, very important. It may be observed that the partnership must be a result of an agreement between two or more persons. There must be an agreement entered by all the persons concerned. This element relates to voluntary contractual nature of the partnership. Thus, the nature of partnership is voluntary and contractual. Voluntary now, they themselves should come forward and say, yes, I am willing to be a part of this partnership firm. And it is contractual in nature. Abdina, definitely, whoever is coming forward, they should agree among themselves with the contract. Okay. An agreement from which relationship of partnership arises may be expressed. It may be also implied from the act done by the partners, from a consistent course of conduct being followed, showing mutual understanding between them. It may be oral or in writing. Okay, so that is with respect to association and agreement. Next one, sir, I already told you every partnership firm is only for conducting business. Appo motive is also to earn profits. Start trading. Two proposition and two cases. Okay, first case, there must exist a business. First of all, there should be a business. First of all, business. For the purpose, the term business includes every trade, occupation, and profession. Now, what do you mean by trade? Buying and selling. Buying and selling. Occupation now. Occupation is not job. Occupation may be occasional contracts. Okay, contractual works. Profession means we are all studying chartered accountants, correct? After setting up your own firm, you can operate individually also, or you can start a partnership firm also. You are called as firm of chartered accountants. Along with you, two other CAs have joined you and you have put up a professional office, correct? CA office, correct? This is not only applicable for CA, it applies for CMA, CS, lawyers, architects, professionals. Every person is capable of entering into a partnership contract with others and starting a partnership firm for conducting their profession. Next one, the existence of such a business is very, 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 very essential. Essential and important. Secondly, the motive of the business is acquisition of gains, which leads to formation of the partnership. Therefore, there can be no partnership where there is no intention to carry on the business and to share the profits thereof. Simply you can say, no business intention or no profit intention abdina, then there is no partnership also there. Understood? Next one, agreement to share profits. Now already I told you, partnership firm abdina, it should be for running a business, and that business should be for sharing profits, and it should be for profit earning. Okay, and the business edukna profit earn பண்ற motiveoட இருக்கணும். அப்படி earn பண்ற profit we are agreeing that we will share among ourselves. If the partnership agreement does not give you any particular share, then what will be the share of each partners? It will be divided equally, correct? If there is a specific percentage given abdina, then you will be given that particular share of profits, correct? Understood? Sir, same applies to losses. So if at all losses pati edume solala abdina, then you will also share the losses equally. Loss sharing taniya or percentage kuduthiranga abdina, then you can follow that particular percentage. Appo we are coming across three criteria. One, nothing mentioned. Nothing mentioned abdina, profit and loss will be shared equally. Okay. ஒருவேளை ப்ராஃபிட்டுக்கு if they have given you a ratio அப்படின்னா then follow that ratio. And similar way, if a loss sharing ratio is given அப்படின்னா then follow that loss sharing ratio. Okay. Profit sharing ratio and loss sharing ratio சேமா இருக்கணுமான்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா சேமா இருக்க வேண்டிய அவசியம் கிடையாது. Say for example, in the same partnership firm, the profit ratio between A, B and C is say 33.33, 33.33, 33.33, which means profit வரும்போது ஈக்குவலா ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கிறாங்க. ஆனா லாஸ் வரும்போது their profit sharing ratio is something like this: 20%, 20%, 60%, which means loss vandaduna A and B or the loss sharing will be lower, and who's going to compensate for more losses? C will compensate for more losses. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு agreement இருக்கிறதுல தப்பு கிடையாது. ஓகே, ஒருவேளை loss sharing பத்தி nothing is given அப்படின்னா okay, you can take the profit sharing as a loss sharing also. Okay, or இதுவும் எனக்கு வேணாம் அப்படின்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா losses can be equally shared. இங்க நான் equal share கொடுத்திருக்கேன், அதனால இருக்கு. ஒருவேளை profit வந்து 40 40 20 ன்னு இருந்தது அப்படின்னா if I want loss sharing to be equal, I will keep it equal 33.33 அந்த மாதிரி I can keep it equal also. Okay, so let us go read. The sharing of profits is an essential feature of partnership. There can be no partnership where only one partner is entitled to the whole of the profits of the business. Partners must agree to share the profits in any manner they choose. Share losses is not an essential element. It is open to one or more partners to agree to share all the losses. However, in the event of losses, unless agreed otherwise, now this term is very, very important. Whatever they are saying in the last three lines is very, very important. See, profit sharing ratio kandipa neenga kudukணும். Kudukla அப்படினா it is assumed that you are sharing profits equally. அதே போல loss sharing பத்தி நீங்க எதுமே மென்ஷன் பண்ணல அப்படினா it will be assumed that whatever is the profit share same applies to loss also. You can also have the option of keeping a separate share ratio for losses as well. If you want, you can do that also. Not a problem. Understood? Now, next one. Business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. Now, we call it as mutual, principle of mutuality. Now, what do you mean? What do you, just a minute. What do you understand by mutuality, Abdina? Sir, let us say we have four partners, okay? Let us say we have four partners, A, B, C and D, okay? A is responsible for purchases. B is responsible for sales. C is responsible for marketing, okay? And D is responsible for, say, production. Okay. Usually these are the four, and one more is also there. Let us assume sales and marketing is handled by a single person. Sales and marketing by a single person. And then C is taking care of the finances. Okay. Finances and accounts. Abdina, who is the person who can go and make the purchase order, go and make purchases? A. Now, A is the responsible person who can go and enter into purchase contract, correct? Now, he enters into contract with, say, KP and Co. KP and Co. Now, from here, goods are going to be given. He will give goods, and this particular A has entered into a purchase contract. When it comes to payment, now, should KP and Co. come and ask only A, or he has the right to ask the entire partnership firm? Not necessarily. ஏன்னா இவங்க 4 பேருக்குள்ள இருக்க அக்ரிமெண்ட் வெளிய இருக்க ஆளுக்கு தெரியுமா? அதாவது A is only responsible for purchase, B is responsible only for sales and marketing, C finance, D வந்து production அப்படின்னு சொல்லி KPN கோக்கு தெரியணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லையே. ஏன்னா he is an outsider, isn't it? For him, A is one of the partners in ABCD and Co. Okay, he has come and given me a purchase order. I have sent goods, now I want money. Okay, so will I call A, or I have the right to call the entire partnership firm? I have the right to call the entire partnership firm, which means KP and Co can go and ask money from A, from B, from C, from D. Okay, none of these BCD can come and say உங்களுக்கு நானா பர்ச்சேஸ் ஆர்டர் கொடுத்தேன். ஓகே, ஆர்டர் கொடுத்தவன் யார் போய் அவனை கேளு அப்படின்னு யார் சொல்ல முடியாது. BCD cannot say, because sir, A's activity is binding on all the others. A's activity is binding on all the others, which means B, C and D also will be equally responsible for making the payment to KP and Co. Able to understand? Which means what abdina, sir, as a partner of the firm, this person A is able to bind the other 3 people. Correct? Okay va? Adhe pola, let us take another example. Sir, C is the person who is taking care of the finances. Correct? Now, C approached, say, ICICI Bank, okay, and took a loan for the business, personal loan for the business. He has taken the loan. Now, ICICI Bank wants to send you notice for payment, okay, for recovery of payment. Now, ICICI will try to call C and ask for loan, or it will directly send a notice to the entire partnership firm. It will send a recovery notice to the partnership firm stating ABCD and Co, you have defaulted this month payment, come make the payment. Correct? Which means to say all the 4 people are supposed to be responsible to the bank, even though the loan was taken by C. Able to understand? Which means in this second transaction also, who was able to bind the people? C, being a partner, was able to bind A, B and D. A, B and D. Correct? அப்படின்னா இங்க என்ன நடக்குது அப்படின்னா, as a partner, as one of the partner, A is able to bind B, C and D, and C, who is responsible for the finances and took a loan, was able to bind A, B and D. கரெக்டா? அப்படின்னா என்ன பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் my activity is binding on them. இப்போ நான் A அப்படின்னா என்னோட ஆக்டிவிட்டி, ஓகே, A's activity is binding on these people. அதே போல any activity done by these people is binding on me, A. That is why A is also sitting here. Able to understand? So A's activity is binding on B, C and D, and any of these people activity is also binding on A. Okay, this is called as principle of mutuality. Understood? அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம் அப்படின்னா, நான் எது பண்ணாலும் it is you are also responsible, நீ எது பண்ணாலும் I am also responsible. Okay, shall we start reading line by line? Before that, see example number 4. A, B and C are partners in ABC Associates, a partnership firm. If A made a certain purchases for the purpose of business from K, then K can recover the money from A, B or C, as all the partners are liable for the act done on behalf of the firm. Understood? Now, keeping that in mind, let us continue reading. The business must be all the partners or by any one or more partners acting for cardinal principle of the partnership law. Cardinal principle என்ன அப்படின்னா, it is the most important principle of partnership law. இந்த தமிழ்ல ரொம்ப சூப்பரா ஒரு வார்த்தை இருக்கும், உயிர் நாடின்னு சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல, அந்த மாதிரி. ஓகே, this is the cardinal principle of partnership law. In other words, there should be a binding contract of mutual agency between the partners. An act of one partner, slowly, very slowly. See, who is this act? Act of one partner A. Okay, A தான நம்ம பார்த்தோம், A. In the course of business of the firm, what was the purpose A entered into contract with? Purchase contract, correct? With whom? KP and Co. Okay, is in fact an act of all the partners. Each partner carrying on the business is the principal as well as the agent of other partners. Now, let us ponder upon this particular point, which means each partner is acting as the principal as well as the agent. Come to the example which we discussed now. Sir, when A entered into a contract with KP and Co, okay, for goods abdina, he is acting as the principal. He is acting as the agent because he does the work, correct? Now, in the agent, who will be liable ultimately? Principal. Okay, and the principal yaru? B, C and D. B, C and D. Okay, this is on the first example, correct? Adhe pola, in case of next example where C took a loan from ICICI Bank, okay, C is acting as the agent, and who is responsible for the acts? Principal A, B, D. Okay, which means each of the partners in every situation can be an agent, can also be the principal. Okay, in the first case, yaar agent, yaar principal? A was the agent. In the second case, same A is acting as the principal. So a person can be an agent also as well as a principal also. What was the reason behind it? Because of the concept of mutuality. Okay, va? Now, will you copy this example somewhere so that we'll be able to understand it later? Done now. Now, come back. See, Supreme Court has given two essential conditions. Now, what are these conditions, Abdina? To be called as a partnership firm, you have to satisfy two essential conditions. First of all, there should be an agreement to share profits, and secondly, there should be a business, and then that business should be carried on by all or any one of them, acting for all. In the ரெண்டு essential condition satisfy ஆனா மட்டும்தான் you can call it as a partnership. If one of these essential condition is not present, okay, then you cannot call it as a partnership firm. Able to understand? Continue reading. The fact that exclusive power and control by the agreement of parties is vested in one partner. or the further circumstance that only one partner can operate the bank accounts or borrow or on behalf of the firm are not destructive of the theory of partnership, provided two essential conditions mentioned earlier are satisfied. Now, what is that he's trying to say is, sir, in the above example, I told you what, Abdina, we gave certain responsibilities, isn't it? A was responsible for purchase, adhe pola C, yes, C for finance, and finally D for production, correct? Abdina, sir, if I say C is the person who's actually taking care of finance, Abdina, bank will be under whose control? C's control. Entire bank operations will be under C's control. Sir, na income tax return file pannom partnership firm ku. GST returns file pannom partnership firm ku. Audit returns, audit வந்து நான் ப்ராப்பரா பண்ணி முடிக்கணும். Statutory audit compliance இருக்கு பண்ணணும். இது எல்லாம் யாரோட headache வரும்? C's headache, isn't it? Now, just because the entire finance or entire cash operations are handled by one partner, does it mean it is only under the control of C? No, sir, it is given a specific, C is given a specific responsibility. Just because he is given the entire responsibility of cash and finance, it doesn't mean that he is the owner of the particular business. Okay, it is owned by all four of them, and all four people have individual responsibilities while doing such a business. Just because one person is able to manage only cash operations and no one else is coming inside that, it doesn't mean he is the owner of the business, and it cannot be treated as a proprietorship business. It is still a partnership business. Now, what are the two essential conditions? First one, there should be an agreement between all of them. எல்லாருக்கும் நடுவில் அக்ரிமெண்ட் இருக்கா? இருக்கு. Second one, they agreed that they'll share profits of business. Yes, they are doing business. Okay, they are doing business and they agreed to share the profits also. And last three, is there a concept of mutuality between them? Mutuality na enna? Each person is a principal as well as agent for the other person. அந்த கான்செப்ட் இவங்க நாலு பேருக்கு நடுவில் applicable ஆகுதா? Yes அப்படின்னா, so you can very well say that this is a proper partnership firm. Clear? Understood? Shall we continue? Now, next item, true test of partnership, which means to say, if all these three items are there, then the true test for partnership is confirmed. Abdina, you have satisfied the test of partnership. Adhe marida, same mark. Agreement should be there. Share of profits carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. Able to understand? Next one, agreement given. Go through agreement. Go through agreement. Now, this line is very important. The relation of partnership arises from a contract and not from status. What is that? What does that mean, Abdina? Partnership can form only out of a contract. Okay, it cannot be by status. By status here, what they mean is by birth. By birth, a person cannot become a partner in a firm. Okay, and in case of a Hindu undivided family, okay, or in case of any other family owned business, abdina, if you are being born in that particular family, you automatically become one of the owner in that particular business. Able to understand? So if you get married to another person and come inside that family, automatically you also become the one of the owners of the business, which means by status of being born in that family or by status of getting married to another person inside that family, you automatically obtain the business rights. And a partnership la apdi kadayadu. If you have to become a partner, you have to enter into a contract, partnership contract. Understood? Next one, sharing of profit. Start reading. Start reading very slowly.
By persons holding a joint or common interest in that property does not of itself
does not of itself make such person as partners. Now, what they are trying to say here is, say for example, in my house, we have two siblings. I have one sibling, both of us in my house, myself and my brother. Now, just because we have inherited some very old property, great grandfather, and the property in our generation, we are planning to sell off the property, which means that property is co-owned by myself and my brother. Isn't it? Yes or no? Now, just because we both are standing together as joint owners, can we call, whether can we be referred as partners? Law says no. You are joint owners because of some inherited property. Yes or no? Okay. Just because you jointly own something, you cannot become partners as such. Okay. You just called as co-owners. You cannot be called as partners. Understood? Now, it not only applies in case of property, it applies in case of rights also, common rights also. Say for example, sir, இப்போ right now நான் யாரோட example சொன்னா உங்களுக்கு கரெக்டா இருக்கும் தெரியல. இப்போ எம்எஸ்வி சார் தெரியுமா? பழைய பழம்பெரும் பாடகர், மியூசிக் டைரக்டர். இன்னைக்கு தேதியில இளையராஜா சார் சொன்னா தெரியும் இல்லையா? இளையராஜா சார் தெரியும் இல்லையா? அது கூட தெரியலன்னா அடி வாங்குவீங்க சொல்லிட்டு. சரி, ஏஆர் ரஹ்மான் சார் தெரியும் இல்லையா? Now, he has composed so many songs. Yes or no? He has 2 kids, 3 kids, 3 kids. Appo, after his time, which means all the rights for all the songs which he composed will directly come as or becomes the rights of whom? The son and the daughters. Correct? So, which means they have commonly holding rights on all the songs composed by, or all the patents of whatever has been done, whatever business he was doing, adoda motta rights, adu illama all the songs which he has done, adoda motta copyrights yaar kitta varum? Son and daughters. Now, this is a common rights which they have got it. Now, for selling these common rights, these people cannot be called as partners. They are just common co-owners of the inherited copyrights rights. Able to understand? Clear up? Next one, the receipt by a person of a share of profits of a business or of a payment contingent upon earning profits or varying with profits earned by a business does not itself make him a partner with the person carrying on the business, and in particular, the receipt of such share are of these types. What are they trying to say is, listen carefully, then we can go and study. Sir, in your partnership business, one partner died. Now, and the partner, last 15 years, he was in the partnership, giving heart, soul, blood, and growing the partnership business, correct? Something happened, he got collapsed. Now, will you leave the entire family like that? No. What you can do is, if the particular partner is having a daughter or a son, you can bring that person as a minor, admitted for the benefits of partnership, correct? Sorry, son, daughter, illa. Okay, wife only is there. Sir, this wife is not anymore interested in any business and all. She wants to be away from all business. It doesn't mean that you will leave her like that, correct? You have to give some kind of support. Now, what is that you are agreeing now? Whatever is the yearly profit, and the partnership formula, enna yearly profit varudho, and the profit lende or 10% you are agreeing to give to the wife of the deceased partner. Okay. Now, this means, are you sharing the profit with that particular person's wife? Yes. Just because you share profit, will she become partner? No. Able to understand? Okay. So, just because we share a profit with someone for whatever reasons, it doesn't mean that they automatically become the partner. Ipo na kuduthathu one of the example where a share of profit is given to a widow or a child of the deceased partner as annuity. Annuity means annual payments. Annual payment. Next one, any kind of share or payment given to a servant or agent as remuneration. Sir, I am running partnership only, and I have only one agent who's operating my business in Bangalore. அவனுக்கு சேலரி நான் ஒன்றும் கொடுக்கறது இல்லை. சேலரின்றது யூ பே ஆன் மந்த் பேசிஸ். உனக்கு ப்ராஃபிட் இருந்தாலும் சரி, லாஸ் இருந்தாலும் சரி, யூ ஆர் கமிட்டட் டு பே அ சேலரி, கரெக்டா? ஆனால் ரெம்யூனரேஷன் இஸ் நாட் லைக் தட், ஆர் ப்ராஃபிட் இஸ் நாட் லைக் தட். வென்எவர் யூ கெட் ப்ராஃபிட் only you will share. remuneration also, whenever he has done some job only, you will, because of him some benefit has come inside அப்படினா then only you will give him a remuneration. கரெக்டா? அப்படி இருக்கும்போது all this remuneration, profit, share of profit and all is a percentage on the partnership firm's profit, yes or no? Which means you will calculate the full year's profit, and out of that you will give that particular agent a percentage of the profit, yes or no? Just because you give a percentage of profits, he will not automatically become the partner. That is what they are trying to say. Let us see the first item. By a money lender to person engaged or about to engage in any business. Sir, I have taken a loan from a money lender, and I have agreed that I will pay him on annual payments out of my profit some percentage. Abdina, here also you are sharing a percentage of profits to the money lender who helped you to do the business. But just because he's giving money, okay, and you are giving a share of profit, it doesn't mean that he automatically becomes the partner. Never, never, never. Partnership should be only between the people who have agreed for doing a business, and that too for sharing profits. Able to understand? And concept of mutuality should be there. Last item, if you are sharing any payment to a previous owner or a part owner of the business as a consideration for sale of goodwill or share thereof, does not itself make the receiver of the partner with the person carrying on the business. Now, what they are trying to say is, listen carefully. Sir, so long I was doing business in the name of my world, my world, my world. Now, this was a proprietor firm. Proprietorship firm na a single person doing a business. Now, I sold it to ABCD. ABCD, who are the four partners, Now, they have taken over this my world, okay? This is my brand. They have taken over the brand, and they started doing business in the year, say, 2026. And I was the proprietor for last 10 years. Now, in the year 2026, I made an agreement to sell the brand, and for this, I have to get a consideration. Ma, I'm selling my business. Should I not get consideration for selling my business? Yes. Now, consideration which I asked for, one-time payment of, say, 1 crore rupees, okay, and annually 10% of profits. இந்த மாதிரி யார் கேட்கறது? Seller of the business. Now, whether this is correct. Okay. See, நான் என் பிஸ்னஸ் உங்களுக்கு செல் பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கும் போது என்ன கன்சிடரேஷன் செல் பண்ணணும்னு நான் தான் டிசைட் பண்ணுவேன். கரெக்டா? The offerer is the person who should decide the consideration, where we studied Indian Contract Act. Correcta? Consideration may move from one person or the other, but who will be the person who can desire consideration? Offerer. Offerer is the person should decide the consideration. Now, in here, just like this, the proprietor tells the consideration as one-time payment of 1 crore at the time of my partner to the particular business. Okay. So, idhilende ethana varshathukku, say sir, next 20 years, every year you should pay me 10% of profits na. 20 years, even though you are paying a percentage of profits, still he will not be taken as the partner. He is just a provider of goodwill for your business. Okay. So that is with respect to this area. I'll give you 2 minutes time. Please go through. Go through agency also. I gave you complete understanding of this agency, mutual agency or mutuality concept. Please go through this also. It's repeated line, repeated paragraph. நான் go through from a very beginning. படிக்க சொன்னா லாஸ்ட் ஒரு பாயிண்ட் மட்டும் படிக்காத ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல இருந்து படிச்சிட்டோம். Done? Okay, next area, ma. Next area. We'll finish the small case law and go forward. Shanti Ranjan Das Gupta versus Dasuran. Dasuran Y you actually. Maybe spelling mistake. Okay. Now, this is the case between these two people. What is the problem, Abdina? This person was previously running a proprietorship business, and this person, he ventured in and asked Dasu that he wants to contribute some money and let us collaborate and do a partnership business. Now, this was said, and then this was the amount was also taken by this particular person, Dasu. Now, what happened was later on when we are supposed to share the profits, Dasu said, no, I cannot share the profits. ஏன் அப்படின்னா நான் வந்து இது ஒரு ப்ராப்பரைட்டர் பிஸ்னஸாக தான் நடத்திட்டு இருக்கேன். பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் பிஸ்னஸ் நீங்களும் அசியூம் பண்ணிட்டு வந்து பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் பிஸ்னஸை ஷேர் வேணும்னு கேட்டால் என்னால் கொடுக்க முடியாது அப்படின்னு யார் சொன்னாங்கன்னா தசு டோல்டு. Now, will this person keep quiet? ஏன்னா காசு கொடுத்துருக்கோம் கரெக்டா. Who has invested money? Shanti Ranjan has invested the money. No, he took the particular case to the court of law. Court of law, நீங்க என்னதான் ஸ்டோரி சொன்னாலும் ultimately court needs evidence. Correcta? This evidence is very, very mandatory. Now, this partnership agreement can be oral or written already சொல்லியாச்சு. அப்படின்னா அக்ரிமெண்ட் அப்படின்றது ஓரலா இருக்கும் பட்சத்தில் அதை வெரிஃபை பண்ண முடியாது. ஓகே, நாட் அ ப்ராப்ளம். பட் கம் டவுன் டு நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப். இந்த பர்டிகுலர் சாந்தி ரஞ்சன் பார்ட்னர்ஷிப்குள்ள வந்தான் அப்படின்றதுக்கு வேற என்ன ப்ரூஃப் இருக்கு? சார், parties have not retained any record of the terms and conditions. அப்படின்னா அக்ரிமெண்ட் ஒன்று அப்படின்றது கிடையாது. நெக்ஸ்ட், partnership business has maintained no accounts of its own which would be open to inspection by both the parties. Sir, court is asking question now. Mr. Shanti, you told that you are the partner of the business, correct? அப்போ நீ என்ன பண்ணிருக்கணும்னா பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஆரம்பிச்ச உடனே நியூ செட் ஆஃப் அக்கௌண்ட் ஷுட் பி ஓப்பன்டு. இது வரைக்கும் ப்ரொப்ரைட்டரா இருந்த பிஸ்னஸை அதோட அக்கௌண்ட்ஸை கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணி அந்த பார்ட்னர்ஷிப்போட அக்கௌண்ட்ஸாக கொண்டு வந்து அதோட புக்ஸ் ஷுட் பி ஓப்பன் ஃபார் போத் ஆஃப் யூ. யூ ஷுட் ஹவ் கான் அண்ட் செக்டு. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு நியூ புக் ஆஃப் அக்கௌண்ட்டை கிரியேட் பண்ணீங்களா? இல்லை. சரி, அதை போய் செக் பண்ணுறதுக்கு உனக்கு வாய்ப்பு கிடையாது. கிரியேட்டே பண்ணல சார், அப்புறம் எங்க நான் போய் செக் பண்ணுறது? ஓகே, அதையும் பண்ணல. No account of partnership was created with the bank also. Sir, for any business, banking transaction, banking operations are very, 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 very vital. நீங்க பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்றதுக்கு ஏதாவது ஒரு ப்ரூஃபா இந்த பேங்க் அட்லீஸ்ட் ஓபன் பண்ணியிருந்தீங்கன்னா அதை கூட we can have taken it as proof. அதுவும் ஓபன் பண்ணல. Lastly, there was no written intimation which was conveyed to the deputy director of procurement with respect to the newly created partnership. Now, don't worry about what is the deputy director of procurement. Keep in mind general information that any business has to pass it on to the government or tax authorities. இன்னைக்கு டேட்ல நான் இதை வந்து உங்களுக்கு சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா, நீங்க ப்ரொப்ரைட்டர்ஷிப்பா இருந்து உங்களோட ஃபார்மை பார்ட்னர்ஷிப்பா கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணும் பட்சத்துல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பர்சன் whom you should inform is GST. ஓகே, இது வரைக்கும் நீங்க ப்ரொப்ரைட்டர்ஷிப்பா நடத்துற பிசினஸை பார்ட்னர்ஷிப்பா மாத்துறீங்க அப்படின்னா full complete details of the partnership should be informed to the GST. அதே போல இன்கம் டேக்ஸ் ஆல்சோ ஃபார் திஸ் பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்ம் யூ ஹேவ் டு டேக் அ நியூ பேன் கார்டு. ஓகே, அந்த பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்மோட பேன் கார்டில் தான் henceforth you have to file the partnership firm's income. Able to understand? So minimum if you say that you have already entered into partnership, இது ஒரு partnership business தான் அப்படின்னு நீங்க ப்ரூவ் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா you should at least bare minimum informed that you have converted into partnership to the tax authorities. அதையும் நீங்க பண்ணல அப்படின்னா I don't have any evidence to show that you are a partner in the firm. So don't come and ask for any share of profits. Ultimately, he was not given any share of profits because he was lacking on all the four things. Able to understand? Now, going to the next area. This one, leave for now. Difference between partnership and joint stock company. Reason enna abdina, Companies Act will go complete and come back to this distinguishing point between partnership and joint stock company. For now, I will not touch upon this, but we'll definitely come back. Come up to next one, partnership versus club. Now, we know that partnership is for earning profits from a business, correct? Ana, when you say it is a club, whether it was for earning profit abindrathu or question mark, yes or no? Now, where have you seen this clubhouses? In movies only. ஜென்ரலா நம்ம இப்போ நீங்க ஒரு பெரிய ஹை ரைஸ் அபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல இருந்தீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், அந்த அந்த பர்டிகுலர் அபார்ட்மெண்ட்டை ப்ரொமோட் பண்ணும்போதே கிளப் ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸ் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா? இந்த கிளப்ல நிறைய ரெக்ரியேஷனல் ஆக்டிவிட்டிஸ் நடக்கலாம், இல்ல இந்த கிளப்புக்குன்னு ஏதாவது ஒரு பார்ட்டி ஹால்ஸ் இருக்கும், இந்த கிளப்புக்குன்னு வேற ஏதாவது ஒரு ஆக்டிவிட்டி இருக்கும். Now, which means what அப்படின்னா அந்த கிளப்போட ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸை உள்ள இருக்கிற அந்த அபார்ட்மெண்ட் மெம்பர்ஸ் வந்து can use it by paying a minimum maintenance amount. Say for example, நீங்க இருக்கிற ஹை ரைஸ் அபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல ஒரு ஜிம் ஏரியா இருக்கு அப்படின்னா அந்த ஜிம்ன்றது ஒரு மெம்பர்ஷிப், ஒரு கிளப் மெம்பர்ஷிப் இருந்தால் தான் அந்த ஜிம்மை ஆக்சஸ் பண்ண முடியும். அப்படின்னா அந்த அபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல யாரெல்லாம் வந்து கிளப் மெம்பர்ஷிப் வாங்கியிருக்காங்களோ they will be given access to the gym. Now, if you question me whether that gym is being run for profit or not, they will not run for profit. நீங்க ப்ராஃபிட்டுக்கு ரன் பண்றது நார்மல் ஜிம் will be there outside commercial gyms, கரெக்டா? இது exclusively given for those particular members who have taken the house 2 BHK or 3 BHK. Apart from that 3 BHK, extra money for this club. ஒரு சில அபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல கிளப் சர்வீசஸ் டோட்டலி ஃப்ரீன்னு கொடுத்துருப்போம். அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்னா நீங்க எனி டைம் ஜிம் ஃபெசிலிட்டி வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம் வித்தவுட் பேயிங் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா மணி. விச் மீன்ஸ் சார் ஐ எம் கிவிங் யூ சர்வீசஸ் அட் 0 காஸ்ட், கரெக்டா? ஒரு சிலர் காஸ்ட்டும் சார்ஜ் பண்ணுவாங்க, மினிமல் காஸ்ட், ரன்னிங் மெயின்டெனன்ஸ் காஸ்ட். நம்ம ஒரு ஜிம்ல என்ன மெயின்டெனன்ஸ் இருக்க போகுது? ஜிம் அப்படின்னா அந்த எக்யூப்மெண்ட்ல எல்லாரோட ஸ்வெட்டு அது இதுன்னு எல்லாம் படியும், கரெக்டா? டெய்லியும் அதை வச்சு ப்ராப்பரா கிளீன் பண்ணோம், இல்லைன்னா தேவையில்லாத இன்ஃபெக்ஷன்ஸ் கிரியேட் ஆகும். அந்த ஜிம் என்விரான்மெண்ட்டே கிளீனா வச்சுக்கணும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட். அந்த ஜிம்முக்கு மினிமமா ஒரு அட்லீஸ்ட் லைட்டு ஃபேனாவது இருக்கணும், ஏசி இல்லைனா கூட, கரெக்டா? அந்த ஜிம்முக்குன்னு அட்லீஸ்ட் ஒரு 4 ரன்னிங் மிஷின் இருக்கணும், ஒரு 4 வெயிட் லிஃப்டிங் மிஷினாவது இருக்கணும். இன்கேஸ் அந்த மிஷின்ல ஏதாவது ஒரு ஃபால்ட் ஆச்சுன்னா அது சர்வீஸ் பண்ணும். அப்போ இதெல்லாம் ரன்னிங் எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ், isn't it? Able to understand? அப்போ இதை கலெக்ட் பண்றதுக்கு they are going to charge a minimum amount, which means it is a non-profit activity. Yes or no? Correct? So this particular club, the main object is not earning profit but for promoting some beneficial purposes such as improvement of health or providing recreation, etc. Okay, now I'll give you another example, you will understand. In the Lions Club அதெல்லாம் கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா? Lions Club கேள்விப்பட்டது இல்லையா? அட பாவீங்களா. இப்போ மயிலாப்பூர் கிளப் கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா? மயிலாப்பூர்லயே உட்காந்து மயிலாப்பூர் கிளப் தெரியலன்ற. Now what this மயிலாப்பூர் club does அப்படி தெரியுமா? It will collect a one-time membership fee, say 4 lakhs or 5 lakhs இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். One-time membership, lifelong அவங்க உயிரோடு இருக்கிற வரைக்கும் அந்த கிளப்போட ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸை வந்து அவங்க யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். அப்படி என்ன மேம் அந்த கிளப்ல ஃபெசிலிட்டி கொடுக்குறாங்க அப்படின்னா, தோசை, சாம்பார், பொங்கல், வடை, எனி டைம். Okay, anytime you go, food will be amazing. Okay, served very hot and the taste is going to be amazing. Okay, நீங்க வெளியே போனா அந்த தோசை, அந்த வடை, அந்த சாம்பார், அந்த சட்னி வந்து you have to pay 300-400 rupees அப்படின்னா, you go eat anything you want, very minimal cost. One dosa is 10 rupees. Okay, one vada is 5 rupees, whereas outside you go buy vada, they charge 25 rupees. Able to understand? The price which is fixed is 5 rupees. ஏன் அப்படின்னா அது மேக்கிங் காஸ்ட், ப்ராஃபிட்னு ஒன்று அதில் இல்லை. Able to understand? மேம் அதுக்கு மட்டும்தானா மயிலாப்பூர் கிளப்? They will put films. You can go watch films. They have a small tennis area where you can go play tennis. நீங்கள் வெளியே போய் டென்னிஸ் ஆடணும்னா அந்த பர்டிகுலர் 1 ஹவருக்கோ 2 ஹவருக்கோ தனியாக பே பண்ணுவீங்க, கரெக்டா? ஆனால் இங்கே அந்த கிரவுண்டை நீங்கள் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஓகே, அங்கே உள்ள ஒரு சின்ன பார்ட்டி ஹால் இருக்கு. வெளியே போயிட்டு நீங்கள் ஒரு நாள் பார்ட்டி ஹால் என்கேஜ் பண்ணோன்னா யூ வில் ஹேவ் டு இன்கர் மினிமம் 25,000-30,000 rupees ஒரு 4 hour பார்ட்டிக்கு, கரெக்டா? ஃபங்க்ஷனுக்கு. ஒருவேளை இந்த கிளப்புக்கு வந்து நீங்கள் அன்னைக்கு புக் பண்ணுறீங்க அப்படின்னா, மெம்பர்ஷிப் யூஸ் பண்ணி புக் பண்ணுறீங்க அப்படின்னா, மேபி மேக்ஸிமம் 7,000-8,000 எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி பில், கிளீனிங் ஃபீஸ், அது மட்டும்தான் வந்து பே பண்ணுவீங்களே தவிர வேற எதுவும் இருக்காது. ஏன் அப்படின்னா யூ ஆர் த கிளப் மெம்பர். Okay, when a club is serving for its member, it will not look for any profits. The motive is to do something beneficial for the members. Either it could be promoting health or giving some recreation for the members. Understood? Now, next one, relationship. Person forming the partnership are called as partner, and a partner is an agent of other partners. Now, a partner is an agent of other partner. What is this concept called as? Principle of mutuality. Correct? In case of a club, person forming the club are called as members. A member of a club is not the agent of the other members. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்னா, sir, that principle of mutuality is not present in a club. Meaning, ma'am, என்ன மேடம் சொல்ல வரீங்க? Sir, club is formed by the members. Say ஒரு அபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல 50 ஃபேமிலி இருக்கு அப்படின்னா, அந்த 50 ஃபேமிலி come together and form a club, and that club will be maintained by the secretary of the apartment. அந்த மாதிரி, கரெக்டா? இப்போ இந்த கிளப்புக்கு say you are purchasing 50 chairs, பேமெண்ட் அந்த 50 பேரும் பண்ணுவாங்களா இல்லை இந்த செக்ரட்டரி பண்ணுமா? Secretary is the person who is responsible for maintaining the club, correct? Appo he will be the person who should make the payment for 50 chairs. You cannot go and ask for 50 families. Able to understand what I am trying to say? Because இதே எக்ஸாம்பிள் நம்ம பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்ம்ல பார்க்கும்போது, if one partner goes and purchases 50 chairs also, still all the other partners are responsible for paying 50 chairs. ஆனா அந்த கான்செப்ட் கிளப்ல இருக்காது. Able to understand? Next one, interest in the property. Partners have interest in the property of the firm, whereas a member of the club has no interest in the property of the club. So, நீங்க பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் பிசினஸ் ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டீங்க, பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் பிசினஸ் நல்லா போச்சு, ஒரு 20-25 வருஷம், you have attained your என்ன சொல்றது, retirement age. Now you want to settle in a very calm, say ஒரு கேரளா மாதிரி ஒரு நல்ல God's own country, you want to take a beautiful house and settle. Now, what you will do with the partnership firm? You will just like that leave it and come out, or you will see what all assets are inside the firm and you will segregate among the partners. You will see what all assets are there inside the partnership firm and divide it among yourself. Correct? ஏன் அப்படின்னா அந்த ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி யார் வாங்கினது? பார்ட்னர்ஸ். கரெக்டா? அண்ட் ஃபார்முக்கு மீனிங் என்ன நான் சொன்னேன் ஆல்ரெடி. ஃபார்ம் மீன்ஸ் கலெக்டிவ் நேம் ஃபார் தி பார்ட்னர்ஸ். அப்போ பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்முக்கு ஓனர்ஸ் யாருன்னா பார்ட்னர்ஸ் தான். அப்போ அந்த பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்முக்குள்ள இருக்க ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி அசட்ஸ்க்கெல்லாம் ஓனர் யாரு? partners தான். அப்போ அந்த partnership firm பிரியும் போது they can take away the property and go, which means they have active interest in the property. Okay, think in case of a club, same high-rise apartment, 50 families are staying in that apartment, and the secretary of the apartment is the person responsible for running the club. இப்போ அந்த கிளப்ல say he is buying 50 shares அப்படின்னா, இப்போ நீங்க அந்த வீடை காலி பண்ணிட்டு போகும்போது என்னோட சேர் எனக்கு வேணும்னு ஒரு சேர் எடுத்துட்டா போக முடியும்? Not possible. Able to understand? Which means you do not have any rights in the property of the club. Okay, you will not have any interest, no interest in the property of the club. Last one, dissolution. A change in the partners of the firm affects its existence. A change in the membership of the club does not affect its existence, which means what abdina? See, if the partnership firm is made with A, B, C, D, okay, D went out abdina, the partnership firm is going to change A, B, C, okay. Say for example, C also goes, B also goes. Abdina, end of the day, only one person is remaining. Partnership firm itself is not possible. You know, you cannot run a partnership with a single person. Correct? Minimum number of people is 2. If the partnership ABCD, okay, out of ABCD, D is the most important person. Avanukku da motta business me theriyum. Motta business me is running on only his shoulders abdina. D died. What happens to the firm? Goes. Avalda mudinju pochu. Firm kada mudinju pochu. Correct? Same thing if you apply it to the club, whoever comes and goes, out of that 50 family, any person can sell off the flat and go. New person can buy the flat and come inside. It does not affect the existence of the club. Club is going to remain only. Able to understand? And the club yara take care பண்ணுவாங்களோ அவங்க வேணா சேஞ்ச் ஆகலாம். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், இந்த வருஷம் நீங்க செக்ரட்டரியா இருப்பீங்க, ஓகே, அடுத்த வருஷம் ஒரு மீட்டிங் கண்டக்ட் பண்ணி எலெக்ஷன் கண்டக்ட் பண்ணி நான் செக்ரட்டரியா வரலாம். But whoever becomes secretary, that secretary will take care of the club, which means club is going to continue forever. The people managing the club and the members of the club may come and go. Adha patti onno problem kadiyadu. Okay va, understood? I'll give you 1 minute time, go through this. Lohitax college போலியாப்பா? Okay, next item, partnership versus Hindu undivided family. First point of difference is creation, sir. Partnership is created from agreement, correct? Now, in case of a Hindu undivided family, we already saw it is created by birth and death. If people are born every year, 2-3 people are getting born. In a family nale periya family, correct? Or nariya married people will be there. Every now and then new people will get married. They will give birth to children. Automatically when they give birth to children, the share in the business is going to be divided more, correct? So every person born or getting married to each other will create a status, and because of that status they will become a particular member of the HUF. Second item, death of a member. So in case of death of a partner, there are chances that the particular partnership can be dissolved also. See, if the partnership agreement says death of the partner will dissolve the partnership firm of Dina, you will have to follow that. If the partnership agreement says if anyone dies, it's okay, still others can continue Abdina, then in spite of death of the one of the partners, other people will still continue. But there are chances that if a death of the person occurs, there could be a dissolution in the partnership. Okay, when you come to the other way, what is in case of a Hindu undivided family, death of a person will automatically does not dissolve the family's business. Avar irandharna avar irandhar avladha. Okay, no, it doesn't dissolve the business of the HUF. Management, managed by all the partners or any of them acting for all. Correct? But in case of a Hindu undivided family, who's the main person who is managing the business? Karta. He's called as what? Karta. Usually Karta yara irukkalam abdina, the oldest person, oldest or eldest person in the family will be responsible for managing the business. Now, next, after to Karta, the governing male or female member can become the management, can take part in the management of the business. Authority to bind. Every partner can, by his act, bind the firm. Bind the firm na bind all others. All others. Able to understand? That is why we saw the example. When Mr. A went and purchased goods, he is binding others, B, C, D. Able to understand? On the other way, Karta or the manager has the authority to contract for the family business and other members in the family, which means who is responsible for entering into contract? Karta or the manager. No other person. அவங்க ரெண்டு பேர்னா அவங்க ரெண்டு பேர் மட்டும்தான். ஆனா பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்ம் அப்படி கிடையாது. All the partners are also permitted to enter into transactions. Okay. Next one, liability. In case of partnership, the liability is unlimited. Unlimited na enna? What is the meaning of unlimited? If the partnership firm is not able to repay the debts, okay, personal property of the partners can also be taken to repay the debts. Now, in this case of Hindu undivided family, the liability of the Karta alone is unlimited and the other co-partners are liable only to the extent of their share of profits in the family business. Now, what do we understand from this is Karta's liability is unlimited. Abdina, when the HU is not able to repay the amount, first யாரை போய் கேட்பாங்க அப்படின்னா கர்த்தா. கர்த்தா கிட்ட அமௌண்ட் இல்லை அப்படின்னா கர்த்தாவோட பர்சனல் ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி, அதாவது உங்க வீட்டுல தாத்தா இருக்காருன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், அந்த தாத்தா மேல ஏதாவது ஒரு ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி இருக்குன்னா அந்த ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி கேன் பி யூஸ்டு ஃபார் செட்டிங் ஆஃப் தி liability. சார் அதுவும் பத்தலை அப்படின்னா then comes the co-partners. Who are co-partners? Other members of the HUF. Now, this co-partner will come and contribute. ஆனால் to what extent அப்படின்னா அவர் பிறந்ததுலேருந்து இப்போ வரைக்கும் எவ்வளோ ஷேர் அவர் என்ஜாய் பண்ணியிருக்காரோ to that extent only he will be able to repay. Nothing more than that. Nothing more than that. Next one, calling for accounts on closure. A partner can bring a suit against the firm for accounts provided he seeks the dissolution of the firm. On the other way around, a member is not entitled to ask the family for any accounts of the business. Able to understand? Ana partnership firm la you can ask for such accounts of the firm only on dissolution of the partnership business. Governing law 1932 HUF க்கு தனியா எதுவும் law கிடையாது. It comes under the general Hindu law. Minor's capacity, we already know in a partnership firm, minor is only admitted for the benefits, not as the partner. And in case of a Hindu undivided family, minor can also become the member. You know, we already studied that the moment they are born into the family, they got the status. Correct? So even minors can become the members. Lastly, continuity. A firm is subject to a contract between the partners, gets dissolved on death, insolvency of the partner, or if they voluntarily want to dissolve also, that is also possible. And in case of a Hindu family, it will continue up to it is division. Now, this division is only if a person comes and asks. அதாவது கூட்டு குடும்பமா இருக்கிற வரைக்கும், ஜாயிண்ட் ஃபேமிலியா இருக்கிற வரைக்கும் ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனையே இல்லை. But if they think, let us get separated, until that period, the business will continue as a HUF. Numbers, we already discussed, maximum is 50. And in case of an HUF, there is no maximum limit, it is unlimited. Share in the business, each partner is given a defined share by virtue of agreement. Agreement la enna share o, and the share will be given. In case of a HUF, no co-partner has a definite share. His interest is a fluctuating one. Why it is a fluctuating one? Sir, in a family of 4, what will be the percentage of profit? Each will be sharing 25, 25, 25. Okay. Imagine they give birth to 2 more children. Apo the family is 6 now. Then what is the share now? Accordingly, it will be divided by 6. Now they have ignored 2 children. Now the family becomes 8. Correct? So in the mari, the business, the number of members can be increasing if the people are getting born in the family is going to increase. Correct? அதே போல if the deaths are more, people going out of the family by death are more அப்படின்னா their share is gone. கரெக்டா? அப்போனா என்ன அர்த்தம்னா become the number of members is going to reduce. According to the number of members, the share is going to be fluctuating. Clear? Understood? So that is with respect to difference between partnership and HUF. Please go through. Please go through. I'll give you 1 minute time on this. Wow. இன்னைக்கு எத்தனை மணி வரைக்கும் சொன்னாருடா கிளாஸ் சார்? 2:30. இன்னும் எவ்வளோ இருக்குது இதில்? இந்த முடிச்சிடுவோமா இன்னைக்கு? திருப்ப kinds of partnership.
Types of partnership.
Joint stock we'll do after doing companies act only. Okay. Coming back now, let us see difference between partnership and co-ownership. Co-ownership பத்தி நான் already ஒரு glimpse கொடுத்தேன். ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? Co-ownershipனா என்ன? Two people are having common interest on one single property. I told you the example of an inherited property between siblings, correct? Which means just because they share a common property, they will not be automatically treated as partners. Okay, keep that in mind. Start reading. In case of a partnership firm, it is always a contractor. But in case of a co-ownership, co-ownership may arise from an agreement or by operation of law such as inheritance. Now, next one, implied agency. A partner is the agent of the other partners. Now, what was the example which we saw? A who went and made the purchase and who was made liable along with A, B, C and D, which means for the work which he did as an agent, he was binding whom? B, C, D. Now, in this case, they are the principal. Okay, the act of the agent is binding on the principal. In the case of a co-owner is not the agent of the other co-owners. அப்படினா என்ன அர்த்தம் அப்படினா, even though we are co-owners, okay, I need not be answerable to you. Able to understand? Clear? My work is not going to impact you. That is what they are trying to say. Next one, there is a community of interest, which means that profits and losses must be shared. Co-ownership does not necessarily involve sharing of profits and losses. Why? Because, sir, just because we are co-owning a property or co-owning a right, even though it is co-owned, say you have 50% share and I have 50% share in that particular rights abdina, it doesn't mean அவங்ககிட்ட permission கேட்டுட்டு தான் நான் அந்த particular ஏரியாவை அவங்களுக்கு விற்கணும்னு கிடையாது. Okay, what is my rights inside that area? 50%. அந்த 50% rights இருக்குல்ல, அந்த rights I can put it as a document and I can sell it to any other person. Able to understand? So who will be the new co-owners abdina? The new buyer and my brother will be the new co-owners. Able to understand? Should I ask permission from my brother to sell it? No, because not necessary, because I am independent in my activity and it is not going to bind on my brother. Clear? Next one, transfer of interest. A share in property partnership is transferred only by the consent of all the partners. A co-owner may transfer his interest and rights in the property even without the consent of the other co-owner. You know, my rights are independent of the other person. Understood? Why it is not in the case of a partnership firm? அதாவது ஏபிசிடின்னு 4 பேர் இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா, ஏயோட ஷேர் இஸ் 25% in the firm na, should I ask B, C and D to sell off my 25% to E, new partner? இதுவும் என்னோட ரைட்ஸ். 25% அப்படின்றது என்னோட ரைட்ஸ். ஓகே, நான் அதை யாருக்கோ வித்துட்டு போகணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இதுக்கு எதுக்கு நான் எல்லார்கிட்டையும் பெர்மிஷன் கேட்கணும்? ஏன்னா எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து தான் யூ மேட் அ பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்ம், அக்ரிமெண்ட் பிட்வீன் A, B, C and D. Correct? Now, just like that, if you sell it to E, see, this E abdindra person may not be in compatibility with BCD, BC and D. They may have difference of opinions. Correct? Partnership nale, it is an agreement between all of them. Appo, if you are all of a sudden bringing a new person, then the என்ன சொல்றது, கரெக்டான வார்த்தை எனக்கு வர மாட்டேங்குது. If you bring a new person, that person may not go along with the existing partners, which makes the running of partnership business difficult. Obviously, if a new person is coming in, obviously you will change the contract. But ஆனா practical difficulty எதுல வரும் அப்படின்னா, நான் சொல்றது அவன் கேட்கணும், அவன் சொல்றது நான் கேட்கணும். கரெக்டா? அப்போ if you bring a new person who's totally unknown to me, then why will he follow me and why will I follow him? Able to understand? That itself will become a question mark. So you cannot just like that go out and bring a new person. If you want to go out, yes, that is also possible. But after going out, bringing in a new person abdina, that cannot be done without the consent of the other people. Understood? Next one, last one, partnership versus association. Now, let us understand what is an association first and what is the difference between association and club. Club, we already saw few items. What items? Club is for promoting health and recreational facilities. I gave you 2 examples. One வந்து அந்த அபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல இருக்க அந்த நார்மல் வெல்ஃபேர் அசோசியேஷன் கிளப். நெக்ஸ்ட் மயிலாப்பூர் கிளப், வேற ரெக்ரியேஷன், ஃபுட்டு, playing sports அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு இல்லையா, which means the thought process is to give benefits only to the club members. Able to understand? அந்த கிளப்பை யார் உருவாக்குறாங்களோ அவங்களுக்கு நான் வந்து I am going to give some recreational facilities and for them they can enjoy the facilities by paying a very minimal amount. கரெக்டா? இதுல எதுவும் எனக்கு என்ன சொல்றது ப்ராஃபிட் இல்லை, அதுதான் சொல்றது ஆல்ரெடி. பட் apart from that, ஏதாவது சொசைட்டிக்கு கொடுக்கணும் அப்படின்ற தாட் ப்ராசஸ்லாம் எதுவுமே கிடையாது. பிகாஸ் சொசைட்டி இஸ் நாட் லுக்கிங் ஃபார் என்டர்டெயின்மெண்ட், சொசைட்டி இஸ் நாட் லுக்கிங் ஃபார் இட்லி தோசா, சொசைட்டி இஸ் நாட் லுக்கிங் ஃபார் பிளேஸ் டு பிளே டென்னிஸ். கரெக்டா? பட் வென் யூ கால் இட் as an association is also kind of a non-profit only, but it always works in a broader perspective, which means it works for the society. Say for example, ட்ரேட் யூனியன், ஒரு கம்பெனில ட்ரேட் யூனியன் இருக்கு அப்படின்னா அந்த ட்ரேட் யூனியன் இஸ் a kind of an association. It works for the welfare of all the employees. Able to understand? அவங்க ரெக்ரியேஷனுக்கு டேக் கேர் பண்ணதா, ரெக்ரியேஷன் இஸ் ஆல்சோ பார்ட் ஆஃப் இட், பட் மேஜர் பார்ட் இஸ் சேஃப்கார்டிங் தேர் ரைட்ஸ். அவங்களுக்கு சேலரி கரெக்டாக போதா, ஒவ்வொரு வருஷமும் அவங்களுக்கு தேவையான ஹைக் வருதா, போனஸ் வருதா, இஎஸ்ஐ வருதா, பிஎஃப் வருதா, அப்ளிகபிலிட்டி எல்லாம் இருக்கா, ப்ராப்பராக இன்சூரன்ஸ் கொடுக்குறாங்களா, அப்போ இதுதான் அதோட ஃபோக்கஸ். Able to understand? You go to any market, say Mylapore market, Chennai as a whole, or district, they have something called as a trade union. Okay, either it will take care of all the laborers in that particular district. Okay, அதே போல ஒவ்வொன்றுக்கும் யூனியன் இருக்கு. சே ஆட்டோ பீப்புள், தே ஹாவ் அ யூனியன், isn't it? அதே போல சே இப்போ நீங்க ஒரு ஒரு சே ஒரு மார்க்கெட்ல நீங்க ஒரு ஒரு கடை எடுக்கிறீங்க அப்படின்னா ஷாப்கீப்பர்ஸுக்குன்னு ஒரு யூனியன் இருக்கு. ஓகே, நீங்க கடை விட ஒரு சின்ன வெஜிடபிள் வெண்டரா நீங்க உள்ள வரீங்க அப்படின்னா அந்த ஏரியாவுக்கு அதுக்குன்னு ஒரு யூனியன் இருக்கு. கோயம்பேடு மார்க்கெட் போனீங்களா, கோயம்பேடு மார்க்கெட்ல அங்க மொத்தம் ஒரு 400 கடை இருக்குன்னா அந்த அந்த மொத்த கோயம்பேடு மார்க்கெட்டுக்கு ஒரு யூனியன் இருக்கு, isn't it? Now what is the purpose of such associations or union is to promote the welfare of that section of the people. Able to understand? It is creating a social impact. Able to understand? Sometimes outside the box, some association, some trust will be created for imparting education of that particular area. Able to understand? Clear? So in case of an association, the spectrum is slightly broader and the target is not one single person or one set of people. It is always the society at large. Okay, now keeping that in mind, start reading. An association involves out of social cause, and there is no necessarily motive to earn and share profits. The intention is to not enter into business for gains. They have given you few examples. Members of a charitable society or a religious association or an improvement scheme or a building corporation, mutual insurance society, trade protection association, all these associations are put there to protect a major section of the society. Able to understand? Charitable association அப்படின்னா charity, என்னென்ன charity possible அவங்களால அதெல்லாம் பண்ணுவாங்க. சே தே ஆர் டேக்கிங் கேர் ஆஃப் எல்டர்ஸ் அப்படின்னா அந்த ஏரியாவில் இருக்க எல்லா எல்டர்ஸையும் அவங்க கேர் பண்ணுவாங்க. Able to understand? ரிலீஜியஸ் அசோசியேஷன் அப்படின்னா அந்த பர்டிகுலர் ரிலிஜனை ப்ரொமோட் பண்ணுறதுக்காக, okay, what all they should do, everything they will do. Say for example, to conduct a satsang, okay, to conduct any religious function. அந்த ஏரியாவுக்கு இப்போ இந்த பிள்ளையார் சதுர்த்திலாம் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா எல்லார் வீட்லையும் பிள்ளையார் சதுர்த்தி கும்பிடுவாங்க, ஆனால் அந்த ஏரியாவுக்குன்னு சேர்த்து ஒரு சிலை வைப்பாங்க. அதை யார் ஸ்பான்சர் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க ஆர் யாரோட பேரில் அது நடந்திருக்குன்னா அந்த பர்டிகுலர் ஏரியாவில் இருக்க ஏதாவது ஒரு கோயில் எடுத்து அதை பண்ணியிருக்கும். Able to understand? So all these are examples of association. Yes, 2 minutes time, go through co-ownership and association. But do I have to become a member to enjoy the benefits of the charity institute? Charityக்காக யாரோ, say for example ஒரு ஏரியா எடுக்கிறீங்க, அந்த ஏரியாவில் இருக்க குழந்தைங்களுக்கு say you want to provide them with books and pen. Okay, now does the child has to be a member of this association? Not necessary. Okay, ஆனால் கிளப்புக்கு அப்படி கிடையாது. You have to be a club member to enjoy the benefits. Understood? Yes. கிளம்பலாம்ப்பா. Yes, done. Going to the next area, Mama. This area is very, very important, Mama. Type kinds of partnership. Under kinds of partnership, we have two categories. One with regard to duration and one with regard to extent of business. Now, in here, let us start with the most easiest one with regard to duration. First one, partnership at will. Partnership at will அப்படின்னா at my will. At my will னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? இந்த இடத்துல willக்கு meaning என்ன? என்னோட விருப்பம். Okay. Whenever my intention is there, okay, I can dissolve the partnership and go. Partnership at will means anytime I can say let us stop this business and I can give notice to other partners and close the business. This kind of partnership is called as partnership at will, which means at my own will and wish I can give notice to other partners and close the business. Understood? Next one, partnership for a fixed period. Fixed period now, already in the name itself says, when you start a partnership, you give the period from 2020-26 to 2020-30 abdina. Once you complete 2030, okay, 2030, automatically what happens? Partnership business will close. Able to understand, or gets dissolved. Next one, with regard to extent of business, particular partnership. What is the meaning of this particular partnership, Abdina? Sir, we started this partnership for a particular activity, particular business, particular adventure. Once that particular activity, business or adventure is over, automatically partnership will be dissolved. Able to understand? Let us say Chennai is holding a circus, very big circus. Now in the circus இங்க வந்து போடணும், ஓகே, இங்க வந்து ப்ரோமோட் பண்ணணும், இங்க சென்னையில ஒரு நல்ல இடம் பார்க்கணும் அப்படின்னா, can someone from Delhi understand how the people work here, what kind of promotion will work in Chennai அப்படின்றதுலாம் டெல்லியில உட்காந்துருக்கவங்களுக்கு தெரியாது. One Chennai person who is already into event management and this kind of activity will already have good knowledge. But this Delhi person, he knows how to conduct the circus activities, correct? Now, these two people may enter into a partnership contract for only that event. Okay, once that event is done, say the event is happening on October 2026 abdina, when October 2026 that particular event is over and amount is being shared abdina, the partnership is over. This is called as what? Particular partnership. Clear? Next one, general partnership. General partnership means we people together come and we want to do some business. The business activity is already defined in the partnership agreement, and this business we want to continue as a forever. ஏன்னா பிஸ்னஸ்னு ஒன்று ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுறது வந்து இப்போ முடியும் அப்போ முடியும்னு எதிர்பார்த்து பண்ணுறது இல்லையா? பிஸ்னஸ் ஒன்று நம்ம ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணோம்னா forever it should run அப்படின்ற மோட்டிவ்ல தான் we start business. So this kind of partnership is called as general partnership, where people who are of like-minded people will come together and start a business in a partnership fashion, partnership firm fashion. Understood? Clear? Shall we go read what is given in the text? First one, partnership at will is a partnership when no fixed period has been agreed upon for the partnership and there is no provision made as to determination of the partnership. No fixed period, I can understand. What do you mean by there is no provision made as to the determination of partnership, Dina? Sir, in case of a fixed partnership, what we have told is once we complete this, let us stop partnership அப்படின்னு சொல்லி we have told what is the event, correct? ஆனா in case of a partnership at will, fixed dateம் கொடுக்கல, அதே போல பர்பஸ் இதை முடிஞ்சா இதை நம்ம க்ளோஸ் பண்ணலாம்னு சொல்றதுக்கு எந்த ஒரு கிரைட்டீரியாவும் நீங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணல. அப்படின்னா whenever you want, you can give notice and you can close the business. Such a partnership is called as partnership at will. Let us continue. These two conditions must be satisfied before a partnership can be regarded as a partnership at will. But when there is an agreement between the partners either for the duration or for the determination of partnership, the partnership is not a partnership at will. It will be called as a fixed partnership or it will be called as a particular partnership. When fixed, if a duration is given, it is called as fixed. If some determination of partnership is given, it is called as particular partnership. You know, we are coming for doing one single activity. Able to understand? Clear? Continue reading. When a partnership entered for a fixed term is continued after the expiry of such term, it is a அப்படின்னா என்ன இங்க ஃபிக்ஸட் பீரியட்னு சொன்னீங்களே, சே ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் 2013 சொன்னீங்களே, 2030 தாண்டியும் நீங்க அந்த பார்ட்னர்ஷிப்பை கண்டினியூ பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னா தென் it becomes what? Partnership at will. Likewise, if you start doing this adventure, I mean in the particular partnership, and the adventure முடிஞ்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் still if you continue, that will also convert into a partnership at will. Able to understand ma? Start reading ma. A partnership, continue reading. A partnership at will, any partner by giving notice in writing to all other partners of his intention to. Now this can come in a 2 mark. Can a partnership at will be notice should be given by only designated partner or all partner? Your answer will be all partner, and that too notice should be given in writing to all the other partners. Understood? Start reading ma. Fixed partnership period, where a provision is made by a contract for the duration of partnership. The partnership is called as partnership for a fixed period. It is a partnership created for a particular period of time. Such a partnership comes to end on the expiry of the fixed period. Even after expiry, if you continue, it will become partnership at will. Next one, particular partnership. Continue reading ma. May be organized for a prosecution of என்ன அர்த்தம்? Execution. இந்த இடத்துல prosecution means execution of a single adventure. Execution meaning என்ன? Doing, okay. A partnership may be organized for the prosecution of a single adventure as well as for the conduct of a continuous business, where a person becomes a partner with another person in a particular adventure or a particular undertaking. A partnership constituted for a single adventure or undertaking is subject to any agreement dissolved by the completion of such adventure or undertaking. Okay? Particular partnership nale you are doing it for some specified activity. Once that specified activity is over, automatically what happens na, it will be dissolved. Okay, if you still want to continue it na, it will become partnership at will once again. Okay, continue reading. Which is constituted with respect to business in general, it is called as general partnership. A general partnership is different from a particular partnership. In case of a particular partnership, the liability of the partners extend only to the particular adventure or undertaking. This limited liability we will study in chapter number 5. Separately we will study. Okay. Now, let me give you one example, you will understand better. Sir, இப்போ நான் ஒரு ரேடியோ ஸ்டேஷன் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணேன் 93.5 அந்த மாதிரி, able to understand some frequency. Now this frequency is not available in lakhs, it is in crores, and it is not sold by some random person, it is sold by the government only. This government will give you the frequency 93.5 அப்படின்றது ஒரு frequency, 92.7 அப்படின்றது ஒரு frequency. அது மாதிரி this government will allot one broadband spectrum. Okay, now this frequency it will go in 20 crores 30 crores அந்த மாதிரி போகும். இப்போ இப்படி கொடுக்கிற frequency வந்து it is not for 1 year, it will be for a span of 5 years or 10 years அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். அப்படின்னா my particular partnership is going to be there until I have this particular license, frequency license. Able to understand? இப்போ இந்த 10 years முடிஞ்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் if I extend the license, my partnership will also extend because it is for that particular adventure. அப்போ அந்த adventure முடிகிற வரைக்கும் I will continue the partnership. அப்போ லைசன்ஸ் முடிஞ்சு நான் திருப்பி இன்னொரு பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் போடணுமா அவசியம் இல்லை. I will continue because the business is same. The activity is same. Okay, license is up to renewal for every 5 years or 10 years, we don't know. But whatever activity we are doing, okay, that is remaining same. So we need not dissolute and then once again do அப்படின்ற அவசியம் கிடையாது. Okay. Yes, continue. What is this general partnership? அப்போ general partnershipக்கு இதை நான் எப்படி மேடம் differentiate பண்றது? Sir, sometimes a partnership will be carrying more than one business also. Yes or no? It can do. நீ இந்த business எடுத்தா இதை மட்டும் தான் பண்ணணும்னு சொல்ல முடியாது, கரெக்டா? It may go into some other business also, which means if 4 partners are there, all 4 partners will be liable for business 1 also, business 2 also, business 3 also. 1000 business பண்ணாங்கன்னா 1000 businessக்கும் who are still responsible? All 4. Because this is the general partnership. ஒருவேளை particular partnership இருந்தது அப்படின்னா then that particular partnership is only responsible for running that radio station. அந்த radio stationக்கு மட்டும்தான் all the 4 will be responsible. Able to understand? If you start another business apart from radio station, say now you want to start a TV station அப்படின்னா then that old partnership agreement will not be covering this TV. For that TV, you need to enter into a separate agreement. Even though it is between the same people, you will have to enter into a separate agreement. ஆனால் general partnershipல அப்படி எதுவும் அப்புறம் ஒன்னொன்னுக்கும் தனியா இருக்கணும் அவசியம் இல்லை. One partnership deed is enough for running multiple businesses if all the people are agreeing to do it. Understood? Clear? Next one, partnership deed. Now this is the agreement which we were, or contract which we were talking the whole time about. Contract னு சொன்னால என்ன அந்த contract? It is nothing but this partnership deed, and this should be among all the partners. It should be agreed among all the partners. It preferably it should be in writing so that it stands as a proof document later point of time. Okay. It will contain all the terms and conditions of the partnership firm. It should be in writing, it should be stamped, and it should be registered. What all details a partnership deed should contain? It should contain all of these details. First of all, name of the firm, name of all the partners, nature and place of the business, date of commencement, duration of partnership, capital contribution, profit sharing ratio, admission and retirement of partner, rates of interest for capital, drawings and loans. Dissolute பண்ணும்போது எந்த பேசிஸ்ல நான் செட்டில்மெண்ட் பண்ணணும், யாருக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ப்ரிஃபரன்ஸ், இந்த மாதிரி. Provision for salary commission payable to partners, provision for expulsion of a partner in case of gross breach of duty. All of this you have come across already, correct? At least common sense. Last one, expulsion of partner means in what all situations you can push out a partner. அதாவது நீங்க அவனை வெளியே போன்னு சொல்ல முடியும். They have given you all those cases. Okay. The partnership firm may delete any provision according to the needs of the firm, which means all these 12 items are just basic things. இதுக்கு மேல நீங்க எக்ஸ்ட்ராவாவும் few things can be added. Out of this basic things also, for example, duration of partnership. If it is for a fixed duration, then you will have to mention this. If there's no fixed duration அப்படின்னா, then why will you even mention about this clause? Okay, if you want to run it as a general partnership, then this duration is no sense. Go through. I'll give you 1 minute time. Done. Okay. Next area, types of partners. Kinds of partnership. What are the kinds which we saw? Partnership at will, fixed period, particular partnership, general partnership. Partnership at will now. There is no duration, there is no determination of partnership, which means to say anytime at my will I can give notice in writing to all other partners and cancel. I mean dissolve the partnership. Second one, fixed period abdina, it is formed for a fixed period of time. On expiry, what happens? The partnership should dissolve. If it is continued abdina, it will become a partnership at will. Next one, for a particular purpose, adventure or undertaking. Once it is over, what happens? It is automatically dissolved. Last item, general purpose, which means for. Okay, done. Next one, types of partners. Sir, under types of partners, we have different types. Let us read one by one. First one, active partner and sleeping partner. First pair, active partner and sleeping partner. Second, ostensible, no, active or ostensible, both means the same. Okay, sleeping inga irukku, sleeping ku innor term vandu dormant. Okay, what is the first type of partner? First pair vandu active or sleeping, active and sleeping partner. Okay, active ku innor pair vandu ostensible, sleeping ku innor pair vandu dormant. Correct ah? Innone outgoing partner, incoming partner. Second pair enna outgoing partner and incoming partner. Sir, adukaduthu nominal partner and sub partner, or nominal partner and partner in profits. What is the third pair? Nominal partner and partner in profits. Last one, sub partner and partner by holding out. So we are studying about 4 pairs, correct? First pair enama active partner, sleeping partner. Adutha pair outgoing, incoming. Outgoing partner, incoming partner. Adukaduthu nominal partner and partner in profits only. Last one, sub partner and partner by holding out. One more time. Active sleeping, outgoing incoming, nominal partner in profits only, adukaprom sub partner and okay. Now active partner means a person who is actively taking part in the business of partnership. Where is it? Sir, here. It is a person who has become a partner by agreement and who actively takes part in the conduct of the business. What do you mean by conduct? Conduct means management of the partnership firm. He acts as an agent of all other partners for all acts done in the ordinary course of business. In the event of his retirement, he must give public notice in order to absolve himself from. What do you mean by the word absolve? To relieve himself from liabilities for acts of the other partners done after his retirement. Sir, active partner now, already told you, he actively takes part in the management. Appo, when you say he is continuing his business for 20 years, abdina, there will be number of debtors, creditors, other stakeholders, எல்லாருமே இருப்பாங்க. எல்லாருக்கும் யாரோட ஃபேஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரெகக்னைஸ் ஆகும் அப்படின்னா இந்த ஆக்டிவ் பார்ட்னரோட ஃபேஸ் தான் ரெகக்னைஸ் ஆகும். அப்போ இந்த ஆக்டிவ் பார்ட்னர் ரிட்டையர் ஆகி வெளியே போகும்போது he should give a public notice in newspapers. என்ன ரீசன் அப்படின்னா, you should inform to general public that சார் இது வரைக்கும் நான் இந்த பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்மில் பார்ட்னராக இருந்தேன், என்னை நம்பி நீங்கள் இதில் பை பண்ணியிருப்பீங்க, செல் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்க, வாட்ஸோ எவர், இதுக்கப்புறம் நான் இந்த பார்ட்னர்ஷிப்பில் இல்லை, ப்ளீஸ் டேக் கேர் ஆஃப் இட் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி யூஆர் இன்ஃபார்மிங் த பப்ளிக், ஸோ தட் நீங்கள் இதுக்குள்ளே இருப்பீங்கன்னு நம்பி வேற யாரும் வந்து பொருளை வாங்கவோ விற்கவும் மாட்டாங்க. ஏபிள் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்? இது ஏன் இவ்வளோ இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் அப்படின்னா, சார் அந்த பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்மில் நீங்கள் எப்போ ஜாயின் பண்ணீங்க, எப்போ ரிட்டையர் ஆவீங்க அப்படின்னு உங்களுக்கு தான் தெரியும், உங்கள் பார்ட்னர்ஸுக்கு தான் தெரியும். கரெக்டாக? வெளியே இருக்கவங்களுக்கு நீங்கள் சொன்னாலே கண்டி தெரியாது. எசானோ? அப்போ ஒருவேளை உங்ககிட்ட தொடர்ந்து ஒரு கஸ்டமர் பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்ணுறாரு, தொடர்ந்து ஒரு கிரெடிட்டர் வந்து உங்களுக்கு குட்ஸ் கொடுக்குறாரு, உங்கள் ஃபேஸை நம்பி கொடுத்துட்டு இருந்தாரு அப்படின்னா, நீங்க ரிட்டையர் ஆகி போனதுக்கு அப்புறமும் அவர் என்ன நினைச்சிருப்பாருன்னா, ஓகே அரவிந்த் வந்து உள்ளதான் இருக்காரு, அரவிந்த் இருக்காரு, அவர் தான் ஆக்டிவ் பார்ட்னர், அவர் பேமெண்ட் கரெக்டா பண்றாரு அப்படின்னு நான் நினைச்சிட்டு இருப்பேன். அரவிந்த் போய் 1 மாசம் ஆயிருக்கும். Able to understand? So because of that I should not be further made liable. ஒருவேளை நான் நியூஸ் பேப்பர்ல நியூஸ் கொடுக்கல அப்படின்னா, even after retirement Aravind can be made liable for that particular debtor or creditor who believed that you are still working in the partnership. Are you clear what I am trying to say? Next one, sleeping partner. Sir, from the very term we can understand that sleeping partner he is not going to take part in the business, which means he will only invest to go to sleep. Able to understand? But at the time of profits only someone has to knock his door and wake him up. Okay. He will come and contribute. Okay, but problem enna appadina, for everything he has to take permission. Say for example, so long I was a sleeping partner, I want to come and check the accounts, I should give letter in writing, I want to check the book, please keep it ready அப்படினு சொல்லி. Able to understand? So in here இப்போ இந்த ஸ்லீப்பிங் பார்ட்னர் ரிட்டையர் ஆகிறார் அப்படின்னா should he give a public notice ஆன்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா no, not necessary. ஏன்னா he was sleeping, no one knows that he was a partner in the firm. Able to understand? அப்போ இவரோட ஃபேஸை நம்பி no outside stakeholder or third party is going to do any transaction, therefore he need not give any public notice on his retirement. Start reading. They are called as sleeping or dormant partners. Liable, see, which means they share profits and losses also and are also liable to the third parties. Just because they are sleeping, it doesn't make them not liable. Still they are liable. Okay, but only one exemption enna, they need not give that public notice. Understood? Exactly. Next one, nominal partner. What is this nominal partner? Sir, from the very name we can understand, nominal word we can understand that he is just given as a nominated. Sir, his name is only given. Okay வா? இப்போ எப்படி உங்களுக்கு கரெக்டா சொல்றது? இப்போ எலெக்ஷன் நடந்தது கரெக்டா? உங்க ஏரியாக்கு யார் கேண்டிடேட்னு தெரியாது. ஆனா நீங்க என்ன போய் போட்டிருப்பீங்க ஓட்டு? டிவிகேக்கு போட்டிருப்பீங்க. சூரியனுக்கு போட்டியா நீ? ஜெனரலா சொல்றேன். Okay, இப்போ அதுதான் நடந்தது இல்லையா? We don't know who's even standing there for the election, but we went and voted for that particular symbol, sign, isn't it? Likewise, people here came and did transaction for this person's name. So this person gave only the name to the partnership business. Say for example, இது வரைக்கும் ரஜினி சார் வந்து எந்த ஆட்லயும் நீங்க அவரை பார்க்க முடியாது. நாளைக்கே ஒருவேளை ரஜினி சார் வந்து ஒரு ஆட்ல நடிக்கிறாருன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், will you not go and buy that product? You will buy that product. ரஜினி சார் நடிச்சதுக்காவது ரஜினியோட தீவிர ஃபேன்ஸ்லாம் போய் வாங்குவாங்க. Isn't it? Yes or no? Possibility இருக்கு. Which means Rajini sir is only lending his name to that particular business. Okay, he is giving only his name, therefore he is called as what? Nominal partner. Will he be sharing profits or losses? No, he will not share any profit, not share any loss. ஆனா will he be liable to third party ன்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா he will be liable. ஏன் அப்படின்னா உங்க நேம் அதுல இருக்கு, உங்க ஃபேஸ் அதுல இருக்குன்றனால தான் so many people came and bought it. அப்போ நாளைக்கு ஒருவேளை அந்த ப்ராடக்ட் நல்ல ப்ராடக்டா இல்லை அப்படின்னா உங்களை பார்த்து யாரெல்லாம் வந்து வாங்கினாங்களோ உங்களை தான் வந்து கேள்வி கேட்பாங்க. கரெக்டா? ஸோ ஈவன் தோ யூ ஆர் நாட் ஷேரிங் ப்ராஃபிட் அண்ட் லாஸஸ், you cannot take that as an excuse. Still you are liable to all the third parties because you extended your name only for that purpose. Clear? மேம் இதுல ரஜினி சாருக்கு என்ன மேடம் பெனிஃபிட் இருக்கு? உனக்கு பெனிஃபிட் இருக்கோ இல்லையோ, ஓகே, தனியா ஏதாவது அமௌண்ட் கொடுக்குறாங்களோ இல்லையோ, that is not respective at all. It is not respective. What is important is even if you get a share or not, even if you bear loss or not, ultimately you are responsible to the third party. Clear? Understood? Shall we go read? Continue reading. A person who lends his name to the firm without having any real interest. What do you mean by without having any real interest? Zero partnership rights. Partnership formula, zero rights, no partnership rights at all. in it is called as a nominal partner. He is not entitled to share the profits of the firm. He neither invests, he will not even invest in nor takes part in the conduct of the business. But however, he is liable to the third parties for all the activities of the firm. I'll repeat. Check. Okay. Active means I will take active part in doing the business, which means I can share profits and losses, and I am also responsible to the third party. And all these people know only my face. Correct? If I return I should give proper public notice and inform that I retire நான் போயிட்டேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நீங்க வெளிப்படுத்தணும். ஒருவேளை நீங்க நோட்டீஸ் கொடுக்க மறந்துட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா நீங்க எப்போ நோட்டீஸ் கொடுக்குறீங்களோ அது வரைக்கும் you will be held liable to the third parties. Third parties na yaru ungala nambi and the business la transaction பண்றவங்க. ஓகேவா? Second one, dormant or sleeping partner, which means he will not take part in the business. Just because he doesn't take part, it doesn't mean that he will not share. He will share the profit, he will share the loss also. ஒரே ஒரு exemption தான். என்ன exemptionனா he is not liable to third party. ஏன் அப்படின்னா so far you are sleeping அப்படின்னா உன்னோட ஃபேஸை யாருமே வெளியே பார்த்துருக்க மாட்டாங்க, உன்னோட நேம் யாருக்குமே வெளியே தெரிஞ்சிருக்காது. No one knows that even you are a partner in the particular firm. அப்போ why is there a need to give notice? No need to give any notice. Next one, nominal partner. Nominal partner, he is not even a partner. He does not have any rights in the partnership firm. Zero rights in the partnership firm. But he gives only his name to the firm. Okay. Since he is giving name to the firm, இவன் பேரை பார்த்து இவங்களோட ஃபேஸை பார்த்து third party would have done transaction. Correcta? Therefore, the third party is who is responsible. This nominal partner becomes responsible to the third party. Okay. Since he is having zero rights in the partnership firm, he is not eligible for profits or losses. Okay. Maybe some என்ன சொல்றது giftன்ற நேம்ல கொடுக்கலாம், remuneration அப்படின்ற நேம்ல கொடுக்கலாமே தவிர, or some other perquisites benefits அப்படி ஏதாவது கொடுக்கலாமே தவிர, he is not eligible for profits and losses. Reason என்ன? Because zero rights in the partnership rights. Zero rights in the partnership firm. Next one, partners in profit only. What do you mean from the very word partner in profits only abdina? Sir, minor a profit, he is not a partner itself. No, minor. Able to understand? Ivar partner da, ana this partner will engage only for profit. Abdina enna arthona? Profit irna matana you will give him. Able to understand? Loss irundhudu abdina you cannot ask him to come and contribute for the losses. Okay. ஒருவேளை if a partnership business is doing multiple business, I told you right, partnership business can do multiple things at a time. Say for example, it is into manufacturing of water bottles, it is into manufacturing of some plastic containers, plastic dabba. Okay, water bottle வேற dabba வேற தெரியும்ல. It is also into manufacture of stickering. Okay, sticker ஒட்டுறது. இந்த மாதிரி multiple business வந்து அவங்க பண்றாங்கன்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்களேன். இதுல this particular person will be participating only in those businesses which are working in profits. Say for example, water bottle business வந்து profitல போகுது. Okay, ஆனா sticker business வந்து lossல போகுது அப்படின்னா this partner in profit will come and take the profit from water bottle, but he will not come and contribute for loss in the stickering business. Able to understand? Clear? Okay, shall we go read? He is liable to third parties for what business? For the profit only business. Adhaadu water bottle business mattum dhaan. Sir, yeah, he is responsible only for third parties doing business in profits only abdina. He received profits from water bottle business only la. Appo and the water bottle business la vara third party ku mattum dhaan he will be responsible. Okay, in case stickering business la irundhu edavadhu or third party vandu edavadhu claim vechanga abdina, he will not be responsible for that. Ma'am, profit and loss abdinradhu year on year change aite irukumla, steady ah edhum irukadu. Correct ah? Sir, accordingly this partner will also may change the terms and conditions accordingly. Ana from here what we understand is he will usually participate in only profits of the business. He will never contribute for the losses. Continue reading, ma. A partner is entitled to share profits only without being liable for losses is known as for all acts of the profits only. ஓகே மேம், அப்படின்னா ஒரு பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் பிஸ்னஸ்ல ஒரே பிஸ்னஸ் தான் இருக்கு. ஓகே, அந்த ஒரே பிஸ்னஸ் இருக்கும்போது பார்ட்னர் அண்ட் ப்ராஃபிட்ஸ் அதில் இருக்க மாட்டாங்களா அப்படின்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா இருப்பாங்க. ஒரே பிஸ்னஸ்னாலும் அந்த பிஸ்னஸ்ல எந்த ஆக்டிவிட்டிக்கு ப்ராஃபிட் வருது, எந்த ஆக்டிவிட்டிக்கு லாஸ் வருதுன்னு தெரியும். கரெக்டா? சே ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள்மா, நீங்கள் வந்து டெய்லரிங் பிஸ்னஸ் பண்ணுறீங்க. இப்போ இந்த டெய்லரிங் பிஸ்னஸ்ல இயர்லி ஒன்ஸ் நீங்க ஏதாவது ஒரு ஸ்கூலுக்கு கான்ட்ராக்ட் எடுக்கிறீங்க டெய்லரிங் பண்றதுக்கு. ஓகே, அது இல்லாம ரெஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த இயர் ஸ்கூலுக்கு எப்போ யூனிஃபார்ம் யூஸ்வலா ஸ்டிச் பண்ணுவாங்க? ஏப்ரல் மே, கரெக்டா ஜூன்ல இருந்து ஸ்கூல் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகும். ஸோ திஸ் பர்டிகுலர் டெய்லரிங் பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்ம் took a contract from some school nearby. அந்த ஸ்கூல்ல இருக்க 1000 ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கும் இவங்க தான் வந்து ஸ்டிச்சிங் பண்ண போறோம். ஓகே, இது ஒரு ஆக்டிவிட்டி. இதுல இருந்து ப்ராஃபிட்டும் வரலாம், லாஸும் வரலாம். ஒருவேளை if a partner is engaged for profit only அப்படின்னா he will take part only if it gives profit. ஒருவேளை அதுல ப்ராஃபிட் வரல அப்படின்னா he will not even go see what is happening in that area. Able to understand? Clear? Next one, incoming partners. We already know who is an incoming partner. The partner who is joining newly into the partnership firm is called as incoming partners. இப்படி incoming வர பார்ட்னர்ஸோட ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி liability என்ன அப்படின்னா his liability starts from the day he joins the partnership firm. Okay, go through example number 5. As a partner on 10th September 2021 in a firm called as MNQ Associates, which was existing from 2017. Epoma 2017. And this new person, when did he join? 10th September 2021. And what is his name? Mr. A. Let us call his name is Ajit. Okay. அப்போ அஜித்தோட liability எப்போலேருந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணோம்? 10th September 2021. Same way, in case of an outgoing partner, sir, say the partnership business started in 2017 and this partner, outgoing partner, he went out of the partnership firm on 10th April 2021. Okay, 10th April 2021. Now, in this case, tell me if it is a active partner abdina, when will be the liability, when will his liability end? Yes, எப்போ notice, say for example public notice is given on 20th of May 2021 அப்படினா then his liability will be there up to what? 20th May 2021. Even though he retires on 10th April nalo, public notice was given on 20th May, so his liability will be there up to 20th May. ஒருவேளை ரிட்டையர்மெண்ட் அன்னிக்கே பப்ளிக் நோட்டீஸ் கொடுத்துட்டாங்க அப்படின்னா then 10th April 2021. Clear? Next one, last one, partner by holding out. What do you mean by partner by holding out? Partner by holding out means partner by estoppel. Now this estoppel word we already come across in multiple places. Do you remember? Acknowledgement. Simply estoppel means what? Acknowledgement. Now in here what happens is, sir, listen carefully ma'am. Even though I am not a partner, I am going and putting out myself as na partner அப்படி நான் சொல்லிக்கிறேன். நான் பார்ட்னரே இல்லைனாலும் நானா போய் எல்லாருக்கிட்டையும் சொல்லிட்டு வரேன் அப்படின்னா இதை நம்பி யாரெல்லாம் அந்த பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்ம்ல டிரான்சாக்ஷன் பண்றாங்களோ அவங்க எல்லாருக்கும் who will be responsible? I will be responsible. Sir, imagine I was keeping my mouth shut. Okay? Actually, original partner ஒருத்தர் இருப்பான்ல, he kept on saying everyone inside the store, sir, இவரும் புது பார்ட்னர் சார், இப்பதான் ஜாயின் பண்ணிருக்காரு, இவங்க இப்பதான் மேடம் ஜாயின் பண்ணாங்க, புது பார்ட்னர், இவங்களும் நானும் சேர்ந்து தான் பிசினஸ் பண்றோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நான் வாய் மூடிட்டு கம்முன்னு தான் இருக்கேன். பக்கத்துல இருக்க ஒரிஜினல் பார்ட்னர் kept introducing me as partner to every others. Believing this, they all went and made the purchase. Okay, still who will be responsible? I will be responsible. Still I will be responsible. Reason enna அப்படினா by keeping my mouth quiet shut I am acknowledging that yes he is saying true. Yes or no? So in both instances when even though I am not a partner நானே போய் வாலண்டரியா நான் பார்ட்னர்னு சொன்னாலும் சரி இல்ல நான் கம்மன் இருக்கேன் பக்கத்துல இருக்கவங்கள நான் பார்ட்னர்னு சொல்லி அதை நம்பி மத்தவங்க போய் பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்ணாலும் சரி ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் இஸ் சேம் which means I am also responsible for the third party. Clear? Shall we go read? Start reading. Partnership by estoppel. Where a man holds himself out as a partner or allows allows others to do it, he is then stopped from denying the character he assumed. What is that he has assumed? He has assumed that he is the partner, and upon the faith of which creditors may be presumed to have acted. A person may himself or by his words or his conduct have induced others to believe that he is a partner, or he may have allowed others to represent him as a partner. The result of both is identical. Enna and the result அப்படினு கேட்டிங்கனா then what is the result na எங்க கொடுத்திருக்காங்க liable அந்த அது எங்க கொடுத்திருக்காங்கன்னு தேடிட்டு இருக்கேன். சரி படிப்போம். It is only the person to whom representation has been made or who has acted thereon has the liability, has the right to enforce the liability, which means நீங்க சொன்னதை நம்பி or மத்தவங்க உங்களை பத்தி சொன்னதை நம்பி யாரெல்லாம் ஆக்டிவிட்டி என்ன ஆக்டிவிட்டி entering into transaction with the partnership firm பண்றாங்களோ they have the right to enforce liability, file a case against you. Okay, you must also note that the purpose of fixing liability on a person who has by representation led another person act is not necessary to show that he has actuated by fraudulent intention. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்னா the person who is actually filing a case on you உங்களை நம்பி see whether you represent yourself or you make someone else represent, you kept quiet. Okay, in both ways you are responsible to the third party. The third party can file a case against you, correct? In this case there is no necessary to prove whether you have a fraudulent intention or not. நான் ஃப்ராட் பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கல மேடம், நான் உங்களை ஏமாத்தணும், அதை நீ ப்ரூவ் பண்ண கூட அவசியம் இல்லை. Simply that you are not a partner but you are portraying yourself as a partner, no, that itself is enough to file a case against you. Okay, where it is given, example number 6. X and Y are partners in a partnership firm. X introduced A, who is a manager, as his partner, which means enna manager kept quiet. Okay, one of the partners introduced this particular manager as a partner to Mr. Z, who is a customer. A remained silent. Z, a trader, believing A is a partner, supplied 100 TV sets to the firm on credit. After the expiry period, credit period, Z did not get the amount of TV sets sold to the partnership firm. Z filed a case against X also, who is the original partner, and also A for recovery of the price. Here, in the given case, A, the manager, is also liable for the price because he is a past partner by holding. He is a partner by holding out, also called as partner by estoppel. Okay, va? Last item, sub-partner. Come to the last page, summary. Start reading. With an outsider. Such an outsider is called as sub-partner. Neither has rights against the firm nor he is liable for the debts of the firm. Sir, எப்படி நம்ம ஏஜென்ட்டுக்கும் சப் ஏஜென்ட்டுக்கு பார்த்தோம். Okay, sub agent is appointed by whom? Agent. Substituted as agent is appointed by the principal. Sub agent is appointed by agent. Likewise, sub partner அப்படின்னா that sub partner is appointed actually by the partner, one of the partner. Okay, it is not even by all partners. எனக்கு தேவைன்றதுக்காக நான் ஒரு சப் பார்ட்னரை கிரியேட் பண்றேன் அப்படின்னா அந்த சப் பார்ட்னர் இஸ் டோட்டலி அவுட் சைட் த பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்ம். Therefore he is called as the outsider. இந்த அவுட்சைடருக்கு பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்மை வந்து கேள்வி கேட்கறதுக்கு எந்த ரைட்ஸும் கிடையாது. அதே போல எந்த தேர்ட் பார்ட்டிக்கும் ஆன்சர் பண்ண வேண்டிய ரைட்ஸ் கிடையாது, பிகாஸ் ஹி இஸ் நாட் ரிலேட்டட் டு த ஃபார்ம். அப்போ இந்த சப் பார்ட்னர்னால ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம் வந்ததுன்னா யார் மேடம் ஆன்சர் பண்ணுவா? அந்த சப் பார்ட்னரை யாரை அப்பாயிண்ட் பண்ணாங்களோ அந்த பார்ட்னர் பிகம்ஸ் ஆன்சரபிள். கிளியர்? ஓகே. இந்த சப் பார்ட்னர் போயிட்டு கஸ்டமர் கிட்ட ஏதோ ஒரு மிஸ்சீஃப் பண்ணிட்டான்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன். This customer who's offended by the sub partner can come raise a question in the partnership firm. ஆனா அந்த ரேஸ் பண்ண கொஸ்டினுக்கு யாரு கன்சர்ன்ட் பர்சன் ஆன்சர் பண்றதுன்னா அந்த சப் பார்ட்னரை யார் அப்பாயிண்ட் பண்ணாங்களோ அந்த பார்ட்னர் பிகம்ஸ் ஆன்சரபிள். இந்த சப் பார்ட்னர்னால ஏதாவது லாஸோ டேமேஜோ வந்ததுன்னா அந்த லாஸ் ஒரு டேமேஜை யார் பே பண்ணுவா அப்படின்னா யார் அப்பாயிண்ட் பண்ணாங்களோ அந்த பார்ட்னர் has to come and pay the loss or damage. Okay, one more time, will you read? Partner agrees to share his share of profits in the partnership firm with an outsider is called a sub-partner. Neither has the rights against the firm nor is liable for the debts of the firm. என்ன கான்ட்ராடிக்ட் ஆகுது? ஆமா, அவங்களும் பார்ட்னர் ஆக மாட்டாங்க. இந்த சப் பார்ட்னர் ஜஸ்ட் பிகாஸ் அவனுக்கு சப் பார்ட்னர் பேர் வச்சதுக்காக he is not partner, still he is an outsider. Okay, zero partnership rights, nominal partner. He will also stand out. Okay, ஆனா he becomes responsible to third party. ஏன் அப்படின்னா he is giving name. அந்த நேமை பார்த்து தான் people are coming inside and buying. Say for example, cooked சொல்லி ஒரு பிராண்ட் இருக்கு தெரியுமா? cooked, you don't know. என்னம்மா பிரியாணிக்குனாலே குக்டு இந்த பேக்கெட்டை யூஸ் பண்ணி தான் எல்லாம் சமைக்கிறாங்க. சக்தி மசாலா எப்படி ஒரு சாம்பாருக்கோ பிரியாணிக்கு இந்த குக்டுன்னு ஒரு பேக்கெட் இருக்கு தெரியுமா? எல்லாமே ஹோம்மேட் மசாலாவா? சரி, ஓகே. Now this particular cooked is a brand and this brand owner is a chef. Okay, he has a group of other chefs. அவனுக்கு கீழே அவனோட ஜூனியர்ஸ் எல்லாரையும் வச்சு தான் இந்த பிராண்டை வந்து கிரியேட் பண்ணாங்க. ஓகே, now this brand needed more recognition. What he did தெரியுமா? He went and approached cine stars. Cine stars. One of the cine star is Kirti Suresh. இதுக்கு இதை சொல்றேம்மா, இந்த எக்ஸாம்பிள்ல சொல்றேன். Okay, I able to understand. Now, I don't know whether this is done as a partnership firm or not, but வெளியே இருந்து பார்க்கறதுக்கு கீர்த்தி சுரேஷ் அப்படின்ற ஒரு நேம் இருக்கிறதுனால now in my mind I can think, okay, இது ஒரு ட்ரஸ்டபிள் பிராண்டா இருக்கும். ஓகே, இவங்க வந்து கிளீன் பீப்புளா இருப்பாங்க அப்படின்னு. ஸோ நான் நம்பி போய் நான் வாங்குறதுக்கு இந்த நேம் எனக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுது. Yes or no? Okay, so we don't know exactly what is the business constitution between Kirti Suresh and this cooked band. But for example, I am assuming, okay va, that maybe it could be like this அப்படின்னு assume பண்றேன். அப்படியா இருக்குமான்னு எனக்கு சத்தியமா தெரியாது. Okay, so that is with respect to this. So with this we are done with this particular unit. Next class we will take care of the next unit. Yes. That we will do only after completing Companies Act. Companies Act முடிச்சிட்டு I will come here again. Okay, we will not leave anything, don't worry. We will finish Companies Act and come back here. நேத்து பண்ண லாஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் கொடுத்த ஹோம்ஒர்க் பண்ணீங்களா? ஏன் என்ன கொடுத்தோம் ஹோம்ஒர்க் லாஸ்ட் கிளாஸ்? இது கொடுத்தோமே, என்ன அது? ஸ்டாப்பேஜ் இன் டிரான்சிட். கரெக்டா? Very important area, very important area. In the unit and all, you will easily do it, not a problem. Go to chapter 2 itself, that is Sale of Goods Act itself, chapter 3 Sale of Goods Act, unit 2. Unit 2 la Unit 2 தான் நீங்க படிக்கலையே. Unit 3 itself, take one big area, one big chunk of area and finish it. Unit 3, Unit 3. Unit 3 படிக்க மாட்டீங்க, அதனால தான் சொல்றேன் படி. Unit 3 தான் படிக்கலையோ, Unit 3 தான் நீ கிளாஸ் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணலையோ, சரி Unit 4 எடு. Unit 4, unpaid seller, rights against goods, completed in full. Okay? Fullaவே தான். I told you already, you can take 2 days and complete that entire unit. Okay? Okay, so that is with respect to this particular unit. Next class, we will take up the next unit and go ahead with partnership. Another 8 to 9 classes only is there for us to do. So please do not take any leave. Okay? Thank you. Bye. Okay. Bye, ma. Hi, sir. Indarna vara solma.